that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar and a cheat too, I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, no, no.
Oh, wrong one. There we go. Hey, everybody. Happy to see you guys back. A pretty eventful day, if I do say so myself. This day has been absolutely wild. Not so much to do about the price of Bitcoin, even though today's day candle did have that crazy wick up in the beginning of the day here. But we have a lot to talk about here today. I'm wondering, I don't know how long the stream is going to be tonight. It'll at least be 8 o'clock, but I might even go eat dinner around from like 8 to 9 or something like that. Then maybe come back and do a secondary stream around 10 o'clock if Bitcoin is on the verge of breaking down. Okay, say hi to all the late night peeps. So, just a little bit of recap. First, we're going to be going over Bitcoin, the dollar index, coinmarketcap.com, just the big movers of the day here. Then we're going to go by the big news. That's the stuff that really has a lot of meat on it right now. And then we're just going to be looking at whale number 3, seeing if they did anything different. They really didn't. They just bought some Bitcoin. But okay, buddy, here, let's go with this one. Happy to see all of you guys back. All right, so as far as Bitcoin's concerned right now that we've actually closed out the day, we now have another trend line of support. We're looking okay right here. You know, you're not seeing anything too crazy or anything that it's gonna really trip you up, I guess you would say, if you wanted to trade in the market right now. What I'm looking at is just this simple breakdown right here. If we do manage to break down below this, I'm probably going to open up another short. This could be a larger move down here, unfortunately, because the NASDAQ isn't going to be opened up in, I think, until at least Tuesday. And holidays usually aren't the best thing for Bitcoin. Whether it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, you know, the holidays just don't seem to do much wonders for us lately in this bear market. So if you guys want to have any hope of Bitcoin having a little bit more of a curl up here, I thought when we were blasting off last night, yesterday night, we had the opportunity to at least close above the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. No, we got slammed down very, very hard off of that. If you guys want to see any type of optimism for Bitcoin in this bearish market, right, you're going to have us close above the 20 moving average here first. If that doesn't happen, we're most likely going to fall somewhere down to like, at least, let me just be conservative, at least $16,000 this weekend if we can't hurry up and get above that 20 moving average here before we break down and cross this white line, okay? That's going to be the really big thing here going forward. We're hoping that just like yesterday when we started off the new month, there was a massive amount of volume, a lot of pumps going on from the whales. We're going to be hoping for that if you guys want to go along. If you don't really believe that whales are going to save us this time, you're going to be like 90% bearish on Bitcoin this weekend here going into the holiday season. And with all the news that we've been talking about over the last few days into what we're going to talk about in the next few minutes, you know, it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And unfortunately, you know, it's just going to be a you-know-what show for a little bit of time here, guys. All right, now, that's Bitcoin, nice and simple. A lot of other coins are pretty similar to this right now. The dollar index is currently closed because it's the weekend now, but I do want to let you guys in on this. Look at this. It's still moving up here. This is the daily chart. It's still chugging back up here, and it looks like next week we may actually break above $106, and that might time pretty well with the big dump coming from Bitcoin, okay? I could see Bitcoin crashing into this weekend, and then from there you see the dollar index kind of pump up because of that, as well as other factors, of course, going over here to maybe $106, maybe 106.5 or something like that, right? That's a radio station out here. So just be careful with it. If you go back over here to the monthly chart, we just started July. We could easily just have a really, really bad July as far as the dollar index. And remember, guys, if you guys are new to the channel, you guys just don't talk about the dollar index that much. When the dollar index goes up, Bitcoin is usually going down. When the dollar index is going down, Bitcoin is usually going up. And that's what we're going to be hoping for over the next few months here. This will stagnate just enough where Bitcoin can really, you know, start charging ahead again and just making life a lot better for all of us because we're all making moolah money. Now, you know, it's been interesting today. I'm not going to recommend you guys buy UST. You know, it's up 41% in the last 24 hours. That is pretty interesting. It's interesting. I'm not going to recommend buying that. If you guys wanted to trade something right now, CRV is an easy one to be trading right now. If you want to do some basic patterns, it's about 75 cents, so not too much money going on there. And then after that, there was one that piqued my eye, Compound. A lot of you guys have been looking for something to trade on Robinhood. That's the only thing on Robinhood right now that's actually making any significant moves from what I've seen, okay? Now, let's kind of go over to the market stuff, some of the big news going on today. It wasn't good news. We've been talking about this for like a couple weeks now. So, you know, let's kind of figure this stuff out as a channel, if you will. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. It might take me a while to get down to them. But if any of you guys have any answers or any advice for those people, please, by all means, feel free to share it. Just make sure it's, you know, polite and whatever you want to say. So the market was off to a really bad start this morning, but it ended up having a nice rebound. And that was pretty optimistic here going into next week. That was kind of nice to see. We did not come in contact with the 200 weekly moving average. I should probably show you that first before we go over here to the bad news, I guess you would say, of the day. Let's go over here to the index. There we go. That was for video today. You can see on the monthly chart here, we still did not come into contact with the 200 weekly moving average, so we haven't had an opportunity to really bounce yet. But, at least we're moving up in the stock market. I can't say the same for crypto, but at least we're moving up in the traditional markets here. Now, that's fine. That's happy. That means at least we have some wind behind our sails for the longs here, even though overall we saw in this very bad bear market. Now, here's the big news of the day. Let me move my big old head over here to the other side for you guys. CNBC can be a little tricky when it comes to me posting my head. So, major crypto broker Voyager Digital suspends all trading, deposits, and withdrawals. So, I told you guys, a few days ago, about a week ago, I guess now, saying I was going to start withdrawing my money out of Voyager. Not because I knew anything bad was necessarily going to happen, but just out of an abundance of caution here. And I literally got all of my money out of it except for $500 worth of STMX, which is now locked in there. I can no longer sell, buy, transfer, do anything with it. And no rewards, no nothing. It's just sitting there. Now, that's okay because I did have a lot more money in Voyager, and I am glad I took all that out. But you guys are if you guys do have a lot of money trapped in Voyager, it's going to be up to you guys to either go the lawyer route by just trying to do to contact a lawyer, learn how to do a small claims, suit against Voyager, see if you can get your money out that way. Or you're going to, I guess, trust them and, wait this out for as long as it takes for them to get their balance sheet back in order. And then from there, try to make, once your assets are available for you to trade, you're going to have to, just like a Celsius, if they come back, withdraw all of that money out as fast as you can. They may slow down that process. That's okay. As much money as you can, as fast as you can, and then, just never go back to Voyager again, right? Personally, for me, Voyager was a good app, but as soon as they have this problem, I can never trust them again. And you know what? I know it's not related specifically to the business model, kind of. Is because they had one of their large loans get kaput, the 3 Hours Capital defaulted on the loans. They still made that bad investment. I'm still blaming them for that. So you will not ever see me use Voyager as a platform ever again, even if they try to sponsor me for like a whole bunch of money. I won't do it, right? So just keep that in mind now. Just like Celsius, nothing good here. Now, going over to some other stuff here, we did have some news. Let's actually go to the FTX news first with BlockFi. FTX has now signed a deal giving it the option to buy crypto lender BlockFi. This is good news. FTX has given way more credit out to BlockFi here, so they should be able to stay afloat. BlockFi, with all this extra capital, shouldn't have this problem that just Voyager just did, because Voyager doesn't have a buyout guy watching over them. In my opinion, I would still be taking money out of BlockFi. I know they have a backing. Here, we can look right here. FTX just upped its prior loan of $250 million to $400 million, right? So they do have a lot of money on hand. However, I am still concerned about BlockFi. So, just like how we talked about Voyager, an abundance of caution, I'm still having an abundance of caution right now as far as BlockFi, okay? And you guys can read more about this on CNBC.com. It's pretty simple stuff right here. Now, something good for I guess I wouldn't say good for the environment, but at least good for the inflation battle, things of that nature. Check this out. Biden opens the possibility of more offshore oil drilling in the Gulf of Mexico. Now, this is kind of maybe just posturing. We're not entirely sure if he's actually going to do it because there's a lot of loopholes in here and stuff like that. But this means finally Joe Biden might be taking the gas crisis or the energy crisis more seriously and actually trying to do something to help out. You guys know he has a trip to Saudi Arabia this month. We don't actually know if he's going to reach a deal. And then we know that he still has to talk with the oil executives in America if he wants us to ramp up production, right? Them to ramp up production. And if he wants them to have maybe one, possibly two, I would say probably one new refinery here to really get everything hopping and rolling again, okay? So those are the big news topics. I think the one, that's going to hurt a lot of people right now is Voyager. Their Twitter page is going crazy with people saying they have hundreds of thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, even just $100 in there. But everybody is pretty ticked off. And they all want their money back, just like with the Celsius debacle. Everybody's trying to get their money back. Right now, all you can do is really wait. I put out a video maybe, I don't know how long ago, guys. Maybe 4 or 5 hours ago when the news broke out, explaining a couple different things. I had one short where I told you guys They locked everything down. Here's what you can do. The second short video I did read the email that they gave me, and then the third one I think was just kind of giving my broad thoughts on what was going on with Voyager. Okay, so those videos are all out there. You guys can watch them at your own leisure. As far as here we go, and here's the update if you guys wanted to see it. The last time I checked Voyager, correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't checked in like maybe an hour or so. I haven't been able to actually open the app. It still says it's like they're configuring some stuff and they're working on the new app, whatever you want to call it. The one thing that was pretty interesting is this. I have a Voyager debit card. How is it impacted by this announcement? Your debit card will stop working. So if you chose them to use as your bank, you are now broke. So let this be a lesson. Don't ever sign up for the debit cards here. It just doesn't seem like it's worth it. I'll stick with Chase or even Wells Fargo. I hate Wells Fargo, but I'd rather have Wells Fargo apparently over this right now. So be very, very careful of this. You're not going to really get much help from Voyager at this moment in time, but I do want to stress to you guys, though, if for whatever reason, let me turn my volume down. Thank you for the super chat. I'll answer in a second. If you guys, I lost my train of thought there. I'm not used to the noises, but if you guys get contacted by somebody saying, "Hey, this is Voyager. We're going to try to help you get your money back," that's going to be a scam like 100% of the time. So never, never, never give your login information to anybody anybody online. Nobody, because there are going to be tons of predators out there looking to get your information, so that when everything does open back up, they can steal all of your crypto right from underneath your nose, so to speak, and that'll just be a disaster for you because you get the chance to take some money out, and all of a sudden it's all gone. Okay, so just a little bit of a safety warning there. A couple things that you guys might want to know as well in a quick fashion, I guess. 186 Bitcoin were just bought up by whale number 3. Still buying lots up. Still have not seen that big red sell signal like the 500 Bitcoin here, the 1500 Bitcoin here, or the 15 here, or the 1500 here. Okay, we still haven't had that big red sell signal. I will let you know exactly when that happens, because I think it will mean something, especially in this very bearish pattern that we're currently in. So we got this for now. Whale trades. Not much liquidations over the past few hours, right? On 24 hours. 44 million shorts, 29 million longs. That little bit of a whipsaw that we had right here, that really did hurt both sides. The longs, they got smacked back down. The shorts that were down here, they got smacked back out, I guess you would say. All right. Now, there's one other thing I want to bring up for you, and I cannot verify if this is true or not. So just bear with me, because I'm not entirely sure if it's bots or if there's just a rumor going around and it's spreading like wildfire because it is Twitter. But I'm hearing more rumors right now about KuCoin, okay? So if you guys go to Twitter right now, I just said For You page, like, hey, look, check out KuCoin news. Well, there seems to be some confusion, or people think that KuCoin is getting insolvent and they're running out of funds. So I think there might be a run on KuCoin's bank, so to speak, here. So I'm being very, very cautious about what's going on right now. I haven't seen any evidence so far to suggest that they don't have the money to allow withdrawals and stuff like that. This guy 2 hours ago just said that his withdrawal was successful. And here's Kong Trading. He's saying breaking KuCoin exchange under a huge FUD about being insolvent and possibly halting withdrawals soon. Get your money off KuCoin to rather be safe than sorry, right? So if you guys want to be safe than sorry, I guess you could take your money out of there. Just be careful with everything going on. If Bitcoin does make that next move, you may see FUD attacks like this going on. And again, I have no idea. I have no idea if this is correct or if this is true or not. So far, all the evidence I've been seeing here, people are still being able to withdraw their money right now, I guess. Let's see. That's KYC. That's not important right there. But yeah, so just be careful, guys. I would probably recommend you guys start looking at wallets in a more serious tone. I know I'm usually pretty this same tone here, guys. But at this point in time, it seems like exchanges are dropping like flies, right? Like kings in the, what do we call that? Middle Kingdom, Seven Kingdoms in Game of Thrones, whatever. You're just seeing exchanges go down one after the other. Now KuCoin is a little bit different because they don't really loan out money like that, like you would expect some Voyager or BlockFi to really loan out. They're not loaning companies, but just be careful. And if you guys don't want to ever have to worry about an exchange not being able to transfer your crypto from one location to another, you guys can always get some type of wallet. I have a link below, I think, just for the Nano Ledger wallets. They're simple, they're effective. I think they cost anywhere from like 80 to 150 bucks. They're an investment, so don't buy one if you can't afford one, obviously. But just be safe over the next few months. Before I was, we've been talking about this. I've been giving you guys my advice, like, hey, better safe than sorry. Pull out some money out of Voyager, or pull it all out if you can. Or if you really want to be stubborn, what did I say? Keep it in USD so it's at least insured by the FDIC, right? Now I'm just going to get more serious with you guys and just say, hey, this is getting to the point where if the market really does go down to $14,000, $10,000, $8,000, you may actually see some really bad things happen with a lot of these exchanges here. Now, how bad? Who knows? I'm not trying to say everything's going to, like, the world's going to end or anything like that, but you're not going to have to worry about any of those things if you have a wallet. And I think you guys know that I have the majority of my holdings in a Nano Ledger wallet, right? And I like it there, but I usually keep it there just because it's my long-term assets. The shorter-term assets, like I trade, day trade, swing trade, stuff like that, those are still in exchanges, and those are still at risk. Now, I haven't heard any bad news potentially about BitGet or anything like that, because they're like a massive derivatives exchange, and they have lots of capital over there. But I don't know much about KuCoin, so I'll have to do a little bit more deep diving in there for you guys. But so far, it just seems like rumors, and I haven't been able to find out any truth behind those rumors. So I'm just cautioning you guys, don't be afraid to at least start looking at wallets for your longer term holdings, at least. If you guys still want to have some capital in there to day trade, swing trade, by all means, keep it on there. But just be aware of what's being said about the exchange. Be aware if they're facing some problems, and at the first hint of something materially, wrong, don't be afraid to just pull that money out there and put it in a wallet temporarily. And then, if a week goes by and nothing bad has happened, maybe put your money back in there. It's fine. But just, don't take the chance of your money being locked away because, I have like $500 in Voyager right now locked because I didn't take my last bit of STMX out in time. But, I'm not going to really lose any sleep over that. But I know a lot of you guys might lose sleep if you had all of your money tied up in the Voyager account and you were using the debit card on every transaction, stuff like that. That's where you might see some problems, right? So just be careful about everything going on. And I was surprised to see that KuCoin had this type of news going out about it right now, or FUD, or rumors. Probably I would just call it rumors, okay? Let's see. But yeah, I know KuCoin's price also took a little bit of a dip. I haven't seen anything else right here. What's right here? And yes, he says deposits and withdrawals still working as of an hour ago. That's good to see here, guys. That's good to see. Now, going into tonight, what we're probably going to be looking for here, just stay above this white line, guys. If we can just stay above this white line, we're going to be so much better off for Bitcoin. The moment we actually do break down below here, though, it does remind me of what we saw right over here. Broke down, and then, it started off pretty slow, everybody. This is like a few hours. After the breakdown, it took like 20 hours before the really nasty stuff really started over here. So just keep that in mind, everybody. I'm hoping that we can stay above this to at least consolidate a little bit more, maybe even have a positive 4th of July weekend here. However, we still look pretty bearish. There's nothing really good happening right now. We just have to hope that somehow over the next, let's say, 12 hours here, we have the opportunity to get back above that 20 moving average here on the 4-hour chart. I was looking at Ethereum, similar level of support. I guess I was on the daily chart when I drew this trend line here. We all know that we shorted it down right there. Nice short. Right now, though, if we go back to the 4-hour chart, there we go. We have the support trend line. We have the Fibonacci trend line that worked perfectly during the last big crash that we suffered. And then from there, maybe we could also just take a little bit of an ascending triangle or something like that, if you will. What I'm thinking about here is mostly about what we talked about with Bitcoin. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum need to break out above their 20-day moving averages, and they're both fairly close. If they can just bounce here, guys, if they can just bounce a little bit, I think you may see bulls come in maybe tomorrow afternoon or going into Sunday, okay? That'd be my hope here. Just be very, very careful if you guys are going to go long, because the majority of what we're looking at right now is more bearish, of course. I'd really be waiting to see if we can just get a pump, or if you guys do want to make those long positions, right now is an okay time to do it if you guys want to implement a stop loss. For Ethereum specifically, we can talk about Bitcoin here in a few more minutes after we're done doing the regular coins. But if you wanted to buy Ethereum right now, your stop loss would be about 4%. So you'd be risking X amount, 4% loss for the opportunity to make probably anywhere from 5 to 10% off of Ethereum if it would have a nice sizable boom above that 20-day moving average. So that's what you guys are hoping for. Be careful if you guys are going to be trading with leverage in this environment. Not every exchange has a stop loss, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, so this might be a good opportunity to buy if you guys want to try to make open up a position with less risk than normal. A few other things here, guys. Let me actually go to the day chart now. We know that Dogecoin broke down. It was a simple breakdown play, but it's still managing to hold up to the 20-day moving average. Not bad, guys. Not bad at all here. I'm hoping that if Bitcoin can make that move, so can Dogecoin. Because right now, Dogecoin doesn't actually have to break above any moving averages. It's already done it. But if anything, we want to break above the 50, and we haven't been above the 50-day moving average since April 25th. That's a while ago, guys. As far as everything else, guys, ADA is looking pretty bearish as well at that support level. If just how we talked about Ethereum here a few minutes ago. If you guys did want to buy ADA right now for a long, or Cardano for a long, you're looking at about a 4.5% stop loss for yourself. And then you just got to hope that we can get back above that 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Everything else still working out okay. Probably best to go to the weekly chart here for Ethereum Classic, excuse me. Still consolidating. XRP still consolidating. STMX had a little bit of a move last night. It came all the way back down. So it went up like 40-45%, and then it crashed all of a sudden, just like they normally do. She is coming back down after a pretty good last week. Everything else is pretty stagnant right now. As far as Phantom's concerned, is anything actually interesting here? No, we haven't made a move back up yet here. Matic is interesting actually right now. So you had two opportunities. I think it actually short this sucker. We talked about the resistance level up here at the red box. It tapped it. If you guys took the short, awesome. It came down pretty handily. Matic looks a little bit weaker than everything else. I think it's just because it broke down below the 20-day moving average here the other day, or yesterday, excuse me. But right now, I guess what I would be doing is I'd be updating this chart just a tad here to show that this is the next breakdown point for Matic. Just like with Bitcoin, if we do break down below these levels, guys, I think it's going to be the start of a more aggressive move going down into the weekend, which is just not going to be pleasant after all. Unless you guys have any shorts open, and then you're going to be looking all happy and wally, right? Okay. Now let me see what's going on over here. Doge on Mars had a really bad day today. I don't exactly know why. Maybe just because the pump we had yesterday. I wasn't watching the news, but somehow, just like Dogecoin, it's still managing to hold that 20-day moving average here. So that kind of got me a little bit of optimism. I will say, though, if Bitcoin does break down today, all of these coins like Dogecoin or Dogelon that are above the 20-day moving average, they will most likely have a really, really bad day because they will be breaking down below that moving average, while a lot of other coins maybe not breaking down. They're just kind of having a normal bad day. Now, is there anything else that actually piqued my interest here today? Everything else right now is kind of okay at the moment. I mean, not bad, not good, just okay. Go back over here to Bitcoin. And there we go. And I have a few Bitcoin charts, so bear with me, guys. I'm going to see if I can find the one that matters most here. Let's go to the weekly chart. That's not the one we want. Coinbase, there you go. No, this one? No. Okay, it's fine. I won't have to worry about it for now. But if we do continue to break down, guys, our next support cluster is probably going to be closer to the $16,000 range. So just in case, we go to bed tonight, you wake up in the morning, and Bitcoin's crashing and I'm not awake yet, just understand that there's going to be a nice level of support around that $16,000 level. I'll try to find the other chart when I can. I have so many freaking charts, you guys know that. NASDAQ, Bitcoin GANs. Maybe let's go to main Bitcoin GANs. We should find some information on that one, actually. Weekly, anything else here? No. Haven't seen it yet. Nope, that's fine. Okay, one last thing here, guys. Anyway, this is the Bitcoin GANs chart in the first place. There we are. All right, let me get rid of this one as well. Last time we broke down below the 45-degree angle GAN fans, everybody. This was the 2-to-1s right here. It was pretty bad. This time, we're about to break down below the 3-to-1 GAN fan line right here. If we can't close above, what's the level here? Get the magnet out of there. If we can't close above around 19,200, if we end up closing down below that level tomorrow night, or excuse me, Sunday night, I think that will also start another big drop off here, which can lead to a very, very bad week going forward. The only thing that would actually save us in that situation personally is the Nasdaq having a walloping good, like great green week. If the Nasdaq even looks like it's going down temporarily, it'll just let the Bitcoin fall pretty bad for everybody. Okay. Now, hey boy, Loki wants a treat. Hold on, see. Yep. There you go. All right. So let me go back over here. Let me get off the dollar index. Nasdaq is still fun. We talked about that for now, and there we go. I have to find that other chart though. I have so many charts, guys. It gets me crazy. Alrighty, there we go. Bounce back up here. Let's keep a close eye on this one. I probably won't actually have this in the 1 minute chart because there's going to be a little bit more volatility. And over here, draw that trend line up so we can see if there is going to be a nice breakdown or maybe some type of reversal for us to be excited about. So far, it looks like it wants to break down, obviously, but you know, one can always hope. There we go. Okay. Now, if you guys have any questions, shoot. I'm happy to answer them out for you guys. Let me see what's going on here. What's right here? Okay. And hey, Alex, thanks for the super chat, man. Should we get out of Robinhood too? I haven't heard of any problems with Robinhood so far. Let me search that up very fast because I've been looking all at KuCoin all day because I have much more money in KuCoin than I do in Robinhood. Oh, hold on. Get some spaces so I can actually go to what we call. There we go. Let's see. Robinhood is now worth cash on hands. I haven't seen any bad news as far as liquidity problems with Robinhood. I think Robinhood is still going to be fine going forward. The majority of their money comes from the stock market, not the crypto market. And while I do think they're expanding more into that niche, I think because they are a publicly traded company, they're going to be a little bit better managed, if you ask me, when it comes to keeping their shareholders happy. So I don't think LA, you're going to have to worry too much about Robinhood right now. Voyager is a totally different beast than Robinhood. Robinhood, as far as I know, isn't doing massive loans to hedge funds that want to get into crypto. If Robinhood were to give out a loan, I think it'd be something much more in the terms of, hey, we'll give you some money and they're investing in some type of startup or something similar. I don't think Robinhood is going to have a major issue going forward. All right, let me go over here very fast, guys. There you go. What's right here? Okay, there we go. Uh, have you seen the pump last night and Bitcoin dominance and UST chart was crazy? Get my chart on YouTube, bug. It happened. Oh yeah, we were live during that big move last night. It was a pretty sizable one. You guys can see right here. This was a nice one. We had a nice little pop. We got rejected though, and then we just started coming back down just after a few minutes. And it just kind of gave way. There was no strength after that. Whales kind of lifted us up. And after that, nothing came about it. No other whales wanted to join the party. It just really died off. And part of the reason the Bitcoin rally last night died off was the fact that the futures never turned green, right? The NASDAQ, Dow, S&P, all were going down, and the pre-market futures markets opened up, went down even more, and then through the middle of the day, they had a nice reversal, leading them to come back up slowly. But Bitcoin didn't really take advantage of that midday change. It just kept on going sideways and a little bit more down, right? What's right here? And hey, Nervous, my thoughts on Doge on Mars. It's fine. I like it. It's going to be one of those things that it's a meme coin for me. I have like maybe $500 invested in it right now. I'm hoping it does great things, but there's no reason for me to necessarily be tossing in a bunch of money into it. I'm just hoping that since it has such a low market cap, it'll turn into something fantastic down the road. But for now, just buying a little bit every now and again. I usually try to buy it after a major crash, like when a big crash is happening and you kind of have that feeling like, we're starting to slow down just a little bit. That's when I tend to buy some Doge on Mars. Excuse me. Let's see. And Halo Road Scratcher, Robinhood doesn't do leverage in cryptocurrency. No, they don't want to take on the extra risk. Remember, there's a couple of different types of exchanges out there. There are the types like BitGet. I don't know the other one that I'd be using right here, but BitGet or KuCoin, where if you make a big trade and you have lots of leverage, right? you can only lose so much money on the trade because they will not allow you to make the company lose money to the point where you have to owe the exchange money. BitGet doesn't do that. BitGet kind of insulates itself from that to make sure that, hey, you're losing your position right here, or you're losing a lot of money right now. We don't want to be losing a lot of money. We only want you to be losing a lot of money off of a bad trade. So we're going to close your trade early, and then you get what's called liquidated. There are other exchanges out there that are much more risky, and what will end up happening sometimes, and there's kind of glitches in Robinhood that have this issue every now and again, where I take out a really big position, I lose all the money, but not only do I lose the money I invested, I lose the money that was also leveraged in there. So now that all the money that was actually lost in that trade, that is all, I owe all of that back to Robinhood now, or to the exchange. So, but the majority of you guys will never have to deal with those types of exchanges. I've dealt with maybe one or two when I was more active as a trader when it came to day trading. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's not a big thing, but if you don't know what you're doing, which the majority of traders out there are not full time, they don't know how to make money consistently. It can be traumatizing to see your account balance go negative and say, "Wow, now I have to pay the exchange back," right? It messes with your mindset, but you will not have to see that. I doubt ever for most of you guys. There you go. Oh, and hey, Laura Scratcher. You heard Meet Kevin got wrecked on BlockFi and Voyager. He even predicted collapse stablecoins last year and didn't listen to his gut feeling on crypto. I mean, I think, Meet Kevin is a very, very brilliant guy. He knows a lot about investing, and not just in the stock market, but in real estate and a whole bunch of other sectors of the economy. I was kind of surprised to hear that. I saw it on Twitter. I didn't see his YouTube video about it. But I am surprised to be seeing so many people having issues with this, or people just not being extra cautious. That's why I told you guys, hey, I don't know for sure if Voyager is going to have issues, but I was like, they got loan money, so maybe they can survive a little bit longer. But, my concern was what happens if Bitcoin starts to fall, right? What happens if things get too bad? Well, then they might have an issue. And so because of that, out of, an abundance of caution, I just want to get my money out of there. And I think you guys should have that same mindset. Now, again, I still have $500 left in STMX and Voyager. Is that going to kill me if I don't have it for a few months? No. But again, if you have, I don't know how much of your net worth tied up in app or an exchange or something like that, and they lock all their accounts for unforeseeable future, you're going to be pretty ticked off about that, obviously. So why put yourself in that position? Right now, people are putting themselves in that position because they want the high interest rates, right? So what you got to think about is just say, hey, is the interest worth losing my money if the account, if the exchange goes bankrupt, or if the exchange just locks my account for a little bit of time and maybe I'll get it back, maybe I won't. Nobody ever knows at this point because the trust is now broken. But it's going to be tricky for all of them going forward here. But, as far as Meet Kevin's concerned, I am surprised. I am surprised, but I think, he'll be fine overall. He sold all of his stocks a couple months after I did, and he was investing in some type of massive project. I think he's still investing in that one. I think he like any smart investor, he's going to have way more of his portfolio allocated towards stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, whatever, especially like the Vanguard ETFs. Those are fantastic. But, and less money in the crypto space. That's why I always tell you guys, the majority of my money is always tied up in stocks. Even though I don't talk about it, well, I tell you guys about it every now and again, like I am now. But the majority of my money is tied up in stocks. Crypto, awesome. I love it. I love to trade it. I make a lot of money in it. However, this is much more risky than just hopping into the stock market, of course. And that's where you guys need to be prepared, because I have no fear of TD Ameritrade having a liquidity issues. I have no fear of Chase. I have no fear of, what's the other one I use every now and again? E-Trade. I have no fear of those guys going bankrupt, kaput, not being able to give me back my money. And even if they did have some issues, all of that money is FDIC insured, and some of it is even SPIC insured up to $500,000. So I'm not too concerned about that. But when it comes to something like a Voyager or a BlockFi, none of my crypto is insured. If it's gone, it's gone, because technically when you open up an exchange or account with an exchange and you buy crypto on it, technically you do not own the crypto until you transfer it off the exchange and you put it into whatever wallet you have. Right? Until that happens, you don't actually own any of it. And that's the same with Robinhood. You don't own any crypto, even though you have a wallet, you technically don't own it. It's the moment that you're able to transfer into a third-party wallet that's, just you, like a nano ledger. Yeah. That's when you guys will actually own the Bitcoin. That's why, back in the last few years, you see all these old people coming out of the woodwork. Not old people, but like older people saying, hey, I have like 500 Bitcoins on my hard drive. How do I get it out, right? Because it's not on any exchange. There's downsides and upsides to that, but now the technology is good enough so you can actually really, if you were to lose it, you could at least get it back. Oh, and hey, Michael. At this point, Mike, where is it really safe to buy crypto other than buy it and immediately get it to your hardware wallet? Right now, thanks for subscribing, Goku. Right now, I would really say FTX. FTX has all the money in the world, and they seem to be doing just fine. I would say if you guys want a very, very safe place to store your money, FTX is probably your best bet. And then after that, I still like BitGet. BitGet doesn't do anything except for provide trades. Like, BitGet's a lot bigger outside the United States. So, like here, let me see if I can find something on them. I'm spelling something not right, but that's okay. Here you go. So, like, while everybody else is cutting back, these guys, crypto exchange BitGet plans to double workforce as peers cut back in bear market. These guys are hauling, but they have just let's see. BitGet ranks number 5 in CoinGecko's list of derivative exchanges with trading volume of 7.4 billion in the past 24 hours as of threefold. Right, so they're booming right now, which is why I feel okay to have them sponsor the channel here. Right? So they are doing fantastic. They're growing. That's another place out there. You just want to have a company that has lots of cash. So even if there was some type of theoretical run on the bank, they have enough capital in the reserves to keep everybody looking fine, happy door. Because usually when a bank run happens, it's only for a short time, right? It's like maybe 24 hours, 40 hours. It's like, I'm getting my money out. Oh my gosh, right? But after that happens, everybody's like, whoa, nothing bad happened. What happened? And then so they just put the money back and everybody's calm. The problem here lies is if everybody's pulling the money out and then all of a sudden the bank says, sorry, we can't let your money out. What that does is it spreads a panic across the whole freaking world. Then everybody that has money in the bank goes rushing in at the same time, and that makes the whole situation worse, right? And I think that's what the fear is of KuCoin right now. Now, again, those are just rumors about KuCoin, but once the fear starts to spread, you are going to see people start to take all of the money out of KuCoin, frankly, and just start moving it over into other exchanges just to be safe. But right now, Michael, I would say FTX is probably the best one I could recommend. If you'd like to do more of BitGet, BitGet's fine. Although I'll say that even though, I mean, they're both fine. They just have a different vibe to them. You know what I mean? Like, so if I were to go to FTX right now, there we go. This is the main page. I haven't been to this page in a while. I usually just use the phone app. Okay, you can see how it looks kind of like this. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Maybe if I just go to all markets. There you go. It's nice and simple, not too crazy. If you were to go over to BitGet, they just look a lot different. So get the one that has the best vibe for you. So if I were to go over here to futures trading, right, and such a coin pair. We still have that Bitcoin short we took a few weeks ago. I told you guys if you just open up a short, you guys will make money. It's up 35% at the moment in time. We'll have to see how much it goes down or how much it goes up, I guess, over the next few weeks here. But so far, that trade is working out pretty well for everybody. Where is my... There we go. Where does this start? Yeah, there we go. All right. You can see how this just looks a little bit different. You can see all the transactions. You can see all the market trades going on right now, how much Bitcoin's being sold and bought. You can see this looks different than normal. I think they did an update. Okay, but anyway, they have a whole bunch of coins you could trade and stuff like that. So it is a different vibe here. And then they also have strategic trading, their futures grids, the spot trading, futures info. Much more going on in BitGet, it feels like. But FTX, I think right now, is probably just the safest place you can put your money. I would only say that just because... I don't know how many of you guys really understand how to use BitGet fully, and I need to make more tutorials on it as well. But they're both just as safe as the other one, right? But I think just FTX has a lot more popularity over here in the United States. For now, I would say, right? Okay, but yeah, they're both really good. I would say BitGet or FTX, depending on how you want to trade. If you guys just want to do spot trading, maybe FTX is your thing. If you guys want to do more of learning how to do futures trading, where you have like maybe 2x leverage or 3x leverage to be safe, not going all crazy like the 15s and the 20s and 30s like I do. But if you do want to do trade like that, by all means, I have a link down below. It's fantastic. But make sure you guys understand what you're getting yourself into if you guys want to start on this path of learning how to trade with futures, and you want to learn how to trade with leverage. It's a much different thing. And the one other thing I'll tell you guys here is if you guys do go with BitGet, it's a perfect app. I mean, I absolutely love it. Don't overdo the leverage. They have a paper trading part of the website, so you can actually practice without investing your own money into the app or into the exchange, right? So spend some time there and learn to trade a little bit first, and if you want to, deposit some money. Or actually, better yet, open an account, deposit some money just so you can get all the free rewards they give you. They give you up to like $4,000 in rewards right now. They are pushing hard for tons of new users. While everybody else is contracting, they have like oogly big money behind them, and I don't know who this person is, but they are making some crazy big investments, which has been absolutely insane to watch. My point being, I guess if you want to get in a BitGet, make sure to just get all the little Oogle rewards they give you, just like KuCoin. A lot of other exchanges give you money. These guys just happen to give you more money for signing up because they're just breaking into the American market, over the past year. They're going to try to take you away from all these exchanges that are like failing. So, now that Celsius is pretty much gone, maybe bankruptcy, maybe not. Now that Voyager is going to be losing a lot of trust of everybody. Now that BlockFi has lost a lot of trust of a lot of people as well. BitGet's there to kind of open up with a wide open arm saying, hey, come to me. I haven't had one problem. I haven't had a single problem. Come over to me. Your money's safe with me. And, yada, yada, yada. What's right here? And hey, Meet Kevin lost $429K on BlockFi. Holy moly, yeah. See, that's like a house right there. Well, not a house by me, but that is a house. And hey, Ghost, can I look at Ethereum Classic, and do you think it will go back to the $12 area when Bitcoin dipped to the 17,000? $12 area for Ethereum Classic? $12 area. It's been a while since we've been at $12. Let's see. What is that? Yeah, when's the last time Do you just mean from last week? Because we didn't hit $12, but we got pretty close. I'm thinking of like $12, like all the way back over here in 2020, 2021. Let me read your message again. Dip to the 17,000. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, you said area. Okay, I'm just being too picky about what you said. You know how I can be over precise. Right now, yes. But so basically, right now, Ghost, what I'd be looking at here is you just see this little bit of a higher lows right here. Probably let's just kind of zoom in here, you guys, so you guys can see it. Low, higher low, lower, higher low. You'd want to see this turn into a reversal if you wanted to go long on it right now. But the main point here is that in order for that to come back down to the 1250 area to the $12 area, you would have to assume that Bitcoin is going to be breaking back down below its trend line here. Or where's Bitcoin trend line? There we go. So be careful though, because if Bitcoin does break down here, and that ultimately leads to Ethereum Classic breaking down as well, there's a strong chance that Ethereum Classic will probably go down to like the $10 range. Maybe the $12 range, maybe $11.50, $10 range. Let's say $10 to $14 range actually. I see me $10 to $12 range. It can head down even lower than the $12.50 or the $12 you're thinking about. So just be careful of that. But yeah, it could easily get back down there if Bitcoin were to break down. If for whatever reason Bitcoin does decide to turn around though, it might be a few days to maybe a week or two before you actually have the ability to buy at $12. If you want to be buying it evenly at $12. What's my phone doing here? Okay, never mind. Okay. But yeah, so right now, in order for Ethereum Classic to drop down back towards at least $12, let's say a hard 12, you're going to first need Bitcoin to break down, which would signify a larger move coming down. So, I mean, like Bitcoin might go down to like $16,000 if we break down right here, which would mean that Ethereum Classic would probably go down towards like $11, maybe $11.50, but I would say close to $11 there. Move that a little bit right here. And here, RW, Voyager is making holders of us all, whether we like it or not. I think they'll get their bot out and they will come back. Yeah, they're not in as much pain as you might think. I think what they did is they did a preemptive strike to, in case the market crashed, I think that would have caused so much fear that there was a run on the bank. And I think the way I view it from like a business perspective here is Voyager's like this. I have a bunch of money right now. If I hadn't run on my bank, I might be able to survive. I might not. I have all this money I just got in loans and credit, back from BlockFi, FTX. So I can hold on for a little bit of time. But right now, if for whatever reason, the market were to crash, it might be too painful and I might be forced to withdraw or I might be forced to stop all transactions during the market crash. So that would mean that the amount of cash they have on hand after the crash would probably be a lot less. So to make it more attractive for an outside investor to come along and say, hey, I want to give you guys $1 billion, $100 million, whatever it may be, $500 million to help you guys out and so I can take a stake in your company. In order to make that look more attractive, you want to have as much cash on hand as possible while you're making those offers to get more money to help you out, right? So that way they have more leverage. They don't have to sell as much of the business. Now, the downside to that is, of course, is now everybody has no trust in Voyager. And the minute they actually do open the gates back up, if they do again, right, then, ouch, everybody's taking the money back. Everybody's taking their money out of there. And then they're going to have to find new ways to market to new people to get them to really get money back into their exchange. Because just like Celsius, once you shut the doors off saying no transactions, no deposits, no withdrawals, no nada, everybody lose trust in you going forward. And, it's going to be very, very hard to get that trust back at this point. Heck, I found the news out. One of you guys messaged me on Discord. And then I saw the news rolling up on CNBC, and I was like, oh, geez, here we go. This is going to be a bad week. That's right here. And hey, Crow, any thoughts on Crow? I mean, I think Crow's fine. I'm a long-term holder of it. I just bought some over the past, 2 months. I just started to accumulate some of it. Well, actually, only a month, actually. But, I'm only tossing a few $100 into it. I'm just going to let it sit. The majority of my money's in stuff like Ethereum, Bitcoin, the larger caps, and then I have a lot of money spread out all over the place as far as the lower caps. But higher market cap exchange tokens are stuff I don't usually buy too much. If I'm buying an exchange token, I'm buying something like a BGB, BitGet, or Femex, or some other one that has a very cheap market cap coin that I think as the exchange grows, they're going to be making much more money. We need to be aware that DXY next week we get the CPI and FOMO-C meetings. What do you call? It's going to be a very, very volatile week. So far, guys, gas hasn't increased too much over the past few weeks. It's actually gone down just a little bit. So we might see CPI numbers that are at expectations or slightly lower, and that might help us out a little bit as well. Then the fact comes in that we need the Federal Reserve to come in. I believe they're going to stick with that 75 basis point system right there. They're not going to go above it. They're not going to go below it. I think they're going to stay at 75, and then from there you might see one day of going up, and then maybe just like last time, a pretty bad day following it. Usually, if we pump during the announcement, we usually do have a very bad day following it. I guess that's just been proving more and more true the more we have these rate hikes here. Let's see. Oop, what did I miss right here? And hey, what got me into stocks? My lack of interest in corporate America. I just rode the train. It was an hour and a half commute to work every day. And I was like, you know what? I don't really want to work for a corporation. I usually don't do well with bosses personally. I'm a guy who usually thinks my boss is wrong. I have a bad streak of arrogance in me. And so it just didn't work out with many of my bosses because I would outshine them. And in corporate America, you let your boss take the credit until they let you take the credit. Then you get a promotion with them. I was just like, no, this is me. This is me. This is me. No, he said he did that? No, that was me. And I have all my workers back me up too. So but that was the multiple jobs I had. But I don't like corporate America. I don't like sitting at a desk downtown working. It's nice. The money is very good. That's the only reason I did it. But, stocks is much easier lifestyle. It took me a few years to learn how to do it. But now that I can do it, it's much better than working at downtown. I don't have to travel a couple hours to work anymore. I don't have to get stuck in traffic, rush hour, nada. When I want to go do something, I go do it. Just a little bit more freedom in my life here. Do you charge to recover Bitcoin on a lost hard drive? Can you help me recover an old wallet? Hey, I have no idea how to find old Bitcoin on a wallet. No idea. You'd have to go to a professional about that, and what they would probably do is ask for a percentage of the Bitcoin. So I would read up on that online first, but you would want to go to somebody physically that you could like, see one on one here. You're not going to try to do anything online because you just have no idea how many scammers are really out there, unless they've been vetted by you. Excuse me. Whoosh. Hey Perez, how about Coinbase? I think Coinbase is fine. I don't see them have any financial problems right now. They still have a lot of cash flow. They've done the responsible thing and lay off a portion of their employees because they hired too many. They're burning through cash, but not like at a crazy amount, I guess you would say. I think they're still going to be fine. I have noticed that a lot of money has been flowing out of Coinbase more recently, specifically Bitcoin. So there is something you should be a little bit concerned about. But as far as them going, having liquidity issues, we haven't seen any evidence of that yet. And hey, Goku, Elon's back on Twitter. Oh, look at him go. Let's see. And here, Rodriguez, what do I think about the SPY? Um, I got mixed emotions about it right now, just like how the Nasdaq. I'm hoping that the Nasdaq can kind of guide the SPY, but let's actually just kind of forget about it for a minute and just focus on the SPY here. So let me go over here to the daily chart. You see that we're consolidating just a little bit here. I'm thinking that we have an opportunity to break out. Let me show you guys this right here. There we go. Actually, you could even do this one over here, but I didn't like the way this one looked last time because it just kind of went too far out. But for now, let's just stick with the first one. Okay. Zoom in here so you guys can see this. I want to see if we're able to break out first above the 20-day moving average, and then after here, I want to see if we can break out above maybe the 394 level, then try to make a move back up towards 416, 415, ultimately hit some resistance here, cause some type of double top, and then eventually continue breaking down into this nasty bear market. I'm hoping that some of the data that we may see next week as far as inflation and stuff like that may be better than expected. Maybe rate hikes will just be 75. Maybe it won't be catastrophe, right? But that's what I'm hoping for it right now. I was looking at some of the support levels like this today. I was happy to see it kind of hold there, even if it was just like a one-day-old trend line here. My big thing here, though, is what I've been trying to do is find the stocks that make up the S&P 500 here. So like, the Teslas of the world, stuff like that, and then try to trade off of those to see, are there any hidden barriers that would cause a whole bunch of stocks to really stop ahead of their pace. What's an easy way to explain this? Kind of what I did here. So we have the same type of breakout here as far as the Nasdaq. Move this right here. Right. Same type of breakout opportunity. But if I were to open up NVIDIA right here, you see that? How we ran into that same level of resistance right there, and then we got knocked down. I want to double check to see that the SPY actually will have a lot of resistance levels within the 500 stocks that are in it. If those are going to be a problem for us. So what I actually plan on doing this weekend here, because I probably only going to choose like maybe 15 to 20 stocks to run this on. But what I plan on doing, and you can do this yourself if you wanted to as well. I'm going to go over here to Finviz. I'm going to go to Screener. And then what I want to do is go over here to Exchange. Oh, they don't even have the, what do you call it, do they? Sector, Industry. There's a way to do this. Might have to get a little picky about it though. That's fine. I'll just go to over large, and I'll be finding some coin or some stocks in the S&P 500, and then from there I'm just going to run some simple technicals on them, and I'm going to see if we're going to be close to a breakout or if there's any resistance levels ahead of us that are more of a trendline factor, not the Fibonacci level, but the trendline factor here. Jeez, my phone is blowing up for some reason. Anything else here? I'm trying to think if I can find one here. I would do Tesla, but Tesla is just so all over the place right now. But yeah, I think the SPY is fine, just like the Nasdaq right now. Tomorrow's going to be a big week. Hopefully the news can be better for us. We are still primed for a beautiful bounce in the stock market. We're just not doing anything with it. We're just kind of going sideways here. Anytime we go up, we get slammed back down. Anytime we go down, we get slammed back up. So it's going to be a tricky spot right now. I would say I might be more enthusiastic about buying calls rather than puts starting Monday. More enthusiastic about calls just because I want to see if the inflation data is a little bit less than before. And let me see. Calendar. Oh, it's July 13th. I'm wrong. It's not next week. It's July 13th. Sorry. That'll be the June CPI data. All right, but yeah. So it might be the next week after that. So hopefully we can hold. Maybe we can even start to have a boom before then. But until then, it doesn't look like the SPY or the NASDAQ or the Dow really want to do much here, unfortunately. Let's see. And hey, Ghost, I will tell Loki you guys say hello. I don't know where he actually went. We played a lot outside. Oh, I see him. He's napping over there in the hallway. But yeah, we had a fun day. We've been going much on walks. I'm trying to lose weight. You guys can't tell all the time, but I am fat. Uh, yeah, yeah, you guys can see. I don't know, but what do you call? Yeah, we've been going on a lot more walks and hikes and stuff like that. He's been having a blast. Except for he's being so tired every day that I'm like, dude, you okay? Because he's getting like not muscular, but he's growing so much more than all of his brothers. So it kind of like I don't know if he's getting too much exercise. If that's probably not because his brothers don't get any exercise besides just maybe an occasional walk. But I'm always like, dude, you're getting big. Let's see. What's right here? And hey, far from broke here, we can check out the Elon tweet very fast, everybody. Elon. Oh, I said Eloin. Looks like I'm not the only one that made that typo. Honored to meet Pontifex yesterday. Oh, jeez. I like the Pope's Walker though. That's a nice, stylish one. Let's. Can we zoom in here, everybody? Look at Elon Musk. Oh, it's not gonna let me. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. Elon looks so happy. Let's see. I don't know who the kids are, but they seem nice. That is some long freaking hair there, though, guys. That is some long, long hair. I like the art. Well, that artwork I don't like too much, but I like this artwork. I always like church artwork. It always seems so lovely. Um, Venice, a site of great remembrance. Oh my gosh. I don't know. That just seems like something you wear onto like the catwalk thing, whatever you call them, when you at a show. But it's something you never wear in real life. And she's like, "No, no, I'm gonna wear that." But I have no fashion sense, and maybe I probably played really well out there, pretty well. 7-Eleven. Oh man, you gotta love when that stuff happens. But yeah, it looks like Elon's back. He may be having some more fun this week. Hopefully, he can give Doge a couple tweets to give a little bit of a boom going forward. What else we got here, guys? Hey, Michael, what are the positives? The positives about what? Positive, positive about what? I guess I would say there's a lot of positives out there, though. It's just it depends on what you're talking about. Nvidia is such a great long term. People can keep selling better for me. I feel the same way. Nvidia, AMD, anything when it comes with chips, I am so happy. You guys might not know this, but there's a massive chip semiconductor bill stuck in Congress right now. It's being held up because Congress sucks, but they are going to start making a lot of semiconductor plants out here in America, and it's going to help us so much because we're getting prepared for the eventuality that China is going to invade Taiwan. And if that does happen, we're not going to have our chips. The whole West is not going to have the computer chips. So we're starting to get ready for that now, so we can actually, you know, make sure our own supply chains are working at the time of war if it eventually does come to that. Okay, so it's gonna be very, very interesting. But yeah, I am loading up on anything that has to do with semiconductors, chips, cloud technology. It's all going to be very, very good in the next few decades. I believe that strongly, and I do believe you. Yeah, every time somebody sells, I'm happy to watch Nvidia go down. It is a long-term buy for me. Uh, yeah, no worries, Rodrigo. Always happy to help you out, my man. Well, let's see. And hey, Classico, is Voyager going down? I don't know about the coin itself. I can try to find it here, which I always forget what the Voyager coin is, like a VGX or something like that. Yeah, VGX right there. They're down like 17% right now. They're down to 25 cents or so. Um, Market cap is down to 71, so not that good, but I mean it's nice and low, I would say. Um, yeah, the price of the coin looks like it's going down quite a bit. Let me go over to market cap just within it. Oh, this is a trading view. There we go. Yeah, definitely took a beating today. Hasn't had too many crashes though. You know what? I would expect this not to have so many crashes, particularly because all of everybody's VGX is probably in Voyager, and you can't actually access the app right now. So maybe why it's not looking as bad here. I would probably actually buy Voyager at these levels personally. Not now, but like later on. I think Voyager will eventually come out of this. I don't know how strong they will, and they might be bought out, etc., etc., etc. But I am hoping that if I make an investment in, the Voyager price at the end of this bull market or bear market, goes down to something like 10 cents, I might take a nibble of $100 and just let it sit and just wait to see what happens. Because by then the market cap would be so tiny, and I'd be like, you know what? If by some miracle everything survives perfectly, then I can make a lot of money off it, but not too much investing in that one right there. Let's see. Those are his boys. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I have no idea who those kids are, and I was like, dude, that hair is way too freaking long. I don't mind long hair, everybody. The thing that irks me about long hair is I think about how much it takes to maintain long hair. I have longer hair every now and again. Right now I have the nice short hair, no beard, no mustache, no nothing. It takes time to manage hair. I don't care what people say. It takes time to manage hair. Oh, geez. All these, what do you call, spammers come out of the woodwork here. All right, there we go. He had 5 boys. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. It's possible Elon Musk got another account on Twitter with an NFT avatar. That'd be actually pretty funny. And hey, Mattis, happy to see you back. Hey, Reagan, seems like a lot of bullish divergence on accumulation MACD on the 6 month. I mean, I'd be happy to see some strong moves coming out of here for the market right now, not just with the NVIDIA, but other semiconductor plays or just technology plays. If it goes into a computer, I want to own it. That's pretty much my thing. If it can go into a computer, if it can go into a jet, if it can go into something that the military likes or just that the general population likes, it's usually a pretty good thing here, especially when it's valuable and there's not a massive amount of competition going on with it. There you go. Yep, stack up on SSDs, RAM, CPUs. They're very, very good when you're talking about the stock market here. And hey, Bone Crusher Show, hair care tips with Mike. Guys, you guys know I have a whole routine when I do my hair and stuff like that. I got my pomades and stuff, even though my hair is not long enough for it. As long as my hair has a sheen, I'm all good. Here, guys, let's take a quick peek over here at some of these other coins. I haven't seen any big movers right now, though. I'm looking at Engine Coin. It's down a little bit more than everything else, just down about 2%. Nothing crazy here. STMX is down after a really big day yesterday. Nothing looks really fantastic right here. Now, if we look back at STMX, now all we see is a huge wick, whereas last night we were like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on here? But that's okay. It looks like it's doing okay at the moment. What else do we have here? There's nothing moving right now, guys. Oh, Luna's going down here a little bit, but that's a little bit of a move. Oh, if you guys bought a couple days ago and we were talking about this after I said just make sure it doesn't fall down below. I actually did fall down below, so you'd be more careful. Oh, no, over here. Sorry, yesterday. Did we talk about yesterday? Yeah, whatever. Luna itself is doing okay over the last few days, while a lot of other stuff has not been pumping up as much or dying off after the pump. This is managing to hold okay. Okay. Let me make this move over here very fast. Was hoping there'd be something more interesting to see on the chart, but nope, not much at all. What's right here? It's up to you. It's your money. Be happy with your choice and go higher or lower. Let's see. Mike has a glam squad before he goes live. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? No, I shop at Sephora, though. I should tell you a lot. Dogecoin, can you TA Doge? Hey, Joey. Yeah, we've talked about Doge a couple times. It's not really doing anything of craziness here. Elon just tweeted it's having a little bit of a move up here. Nothing too crazy. We had a breakdown. This breakdown was actually a very nice profit-taking opportunity or nice profit opportunity here. What's going on for Dogecoin? Let's see. We broke out about 4 hours ago. It looks like a small breakout. Maybe having a price target of that 200 moving average in the 4 hour. And then from there, if we make a move, we might be able to go up towards like 0.72 cents or something like that. I would say be careful of this. You're just really hoping that Bitcoin itself can still, carry on the day and have that curl back up. Because if it can't, Dogecoin's just going to teeter off here and just start crashing like that. Probably after some breakdown that might look something more like this, right? But until that happens, you should be fine if you wanted to have some fun trading this bad boy. And then also, since we have that breakdown already, there's also going to be another breakdown that you guys are going to be watching pretty closely as well. Hoping Dogecoin can do well this bear cycle. It's been holding up relatively strong compared to a lot of other coins. I think that's just because it has a lot of long-term holders that believe in both Dogecoin and Elon Musk. And plus, it's still on Robinhood. I'll put that back to the one. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. And hey, Crocodile, which exchange falls next? How many small changes have fallen that we don't know about? I'm not entirely sure if the exchanges that are the smaller ones, I don't really pay attention to those as well that much because I just personally never put my money into those. What I think I'm looking at right now is probably the next one to fall if it really came down to it. It'd probably just be BlockFi, but the fact that they just got a bunch of money and an extension and credit line again, it gives me more optimism for them. But if I had money in it right now, I'd be much more hesitant to keep it there. I'd feel more inclined to move it out as fast as possible. But nobody knows exactly which exchange is going to fall next. Usually looking for rumors. If rumors are to be correct, it would be KuCoin because all of a sudden there's a whole bunch of FUD about KuCoin not having enough cash, them being having liquidity issues. Then if that really does take effect and people really do start to panic, you may see KuCoin say, hey, we're not going to be allowing you to withdraw as much money as you were before. And that'll make people even, get more aggressive about withdrawing funds, which could really cause a major scene in the crypto space if something as big as KuCoin could go down, right? So I would say right now, the FUD, whatever you want to call it, the negativity, the worries are pointed right at KuCoin at this point in time. And hey, Davis, thoughts on Sol? Sol's doing fine right now. They've been having some issues, as you know. They seem to have fixed those up over the last few days. I'm not really trading Sol at the moment, so let me see if I can actually find something for you. There you go. Had that breakout only to get rejected. This was it was sucked as a breakout. Um, right now, it looks like it wants to break down, unfortunately. Hopefully, Bitcoin can save it. But just like Bitcoin, you want it to break above that 20-day moving average. If not, you will see a problem here. Well, if it does break down, it'll first probably retest out $26, $27. And then from there, if things get really, really bad this weekend, you might see it come all the way back down to $19, if not over the next few, like maybe month or so, $16.18, before ultimately trying to make a bigger bounce. This thing has had, if I can pull this out here, sorry for the vertical line there, but this thing had 63 days or 9 bad weeks in a row, 2 green weeks, and now we might just be going back to having some red weeks if Bitcoin can't get its act together here. There we are. Okay. What's right here? Stack silver, gold, guns, and ammo. I have guns and ammo. I have a little bit of gold, but I don't actually own any silver. That's for sure. Bitmart is collapsing. Hasn't Bitmart been a scam for a long time though? I feel like Bitmart. I don't know what it is. No, I'm thinking maybe Bitfin. I don't know. There's an exchange out there that a long time ago was like a multi-level marketing scheme or something like that. I forget what it was, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard much about them either. Let's see. Fear means buy as much as you can, Crypto Joey. I think a lot of people will probably agree with you there. Just make sure you guys have it on a safe exchange. Man, hold on. I made some loose leaf tea today. All my big what do you want to call them? All my big teapots were in the dishwasher, kind of getting washed, and so I had to use a an old wine bottle to put the tea in here because the water was so hot. And then from there, I put it into my normal water jug that I have, and I just went like this, and just went complete. It was good, but I'm not used to working that way. I usually have I would say, more elegant way of transferring tea across. And hey, Slick Doodle, happy to see you back, man. I sold a miner from 200 to 1600 back in 1650. Sorry, back in September last year. My voice, jeez. Yeah, well, I've heard that a lot of people are selling their mining equipment right now, and the prices for a lot of them have been dropping off of a cliff. A lot of them have been dropping off of a cliff. So there's probably somebody buying up as much as possible right now, and then later on they're gonna use them to make some money off of Bitcoin. Let's see. Oh, and hey, Courtney. I know I'm late on this, but what's happening with Voyager? Will we be able to get our money out of there? Yeah, so right now, as far as Voyager is concerned, they seem to be having liquidity problems, and I guess we've been talking about this for the past, like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. Like, I'll just kind of like a broad recap of what's going on and maybe what you can do to get your money back if you have any money left in there. So the reason this is happening to Voyager at this moment in time here, it's because they loaned out about like $500-600 million to a company or a hedge fund called Three Arrows Capital. They made some investments on crypto that did not work out too well, so they lost all of the money on those investments. Right? Now, when they lost all of that money on those investments, they were no longer able to pay Voyager back the loan. So they defaulted on the loan, which really hurt Voyager's balance sheet because now they can't just move money willy-nilly to be paying everybody back that wants to withdraw off of their exchange. And people understood that, so people were already taking money off of the exchange. That's why I told you guys, if you want to just be extra cautious like I am, you want to take your money off of the exchange or at least turn it into cash so the FDIC ensures if anything really bad were to happen. Now, today Voyager came out, I think around 2 p.m. Eastern time, I think it was, saying, hey, this is a very hard decision that we've had to make, but we're going to be, what do they say, pausing all transfers in and out, all trades, and all rewards program things. They're stopping all of it temporarily while they try to fix their balance sheet to get more money on the books so they can go back to normal operations. Okay, so this isn't as bad as what you might think of as Celsius, but it's still going to be pretty bad news for anybody because as soon as they feel like they are comfortable enough to open up, everybody is going to be taking their money out of there as fast as possible. And I mean as fast as possible. So if you're going down the normal routes, there's not really much you can do right now. The money is just kind of stuck in there for the foreseeable future. And then you're just going to be hoping that eventually they get their balance sheet together and they open up the transfers out so you can take all of your money out as fast as possible, right? Now, if you wanted to go down more the legal route, of course, always go down over to a lawyer and ask them what you should be doing. But what I'd probably say is you have two things you could talk to a lawyer about. First of all, maybe one you don't have to talk to a lawyer about them. The first thing for the lawyer would be to go over to and ask them, hey, can you help me with small claims court issues? So like, hey, you can sue Voyager in small claims court and say, hey, I want my money back now, blah, 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 and hopefully the judge will side with you and you can get your money back very fast through a court order, which means that even though the exchange is locked, you're still going to be able to get your money from Voyager, okay? The other avenue you could take there, this one is kind of more specific to a certain thing you might have done, I guess. If you've deposited money into the account in the last 60 days and it's on your bank statement, you might be able to contact a bank and start a claim report saying, hey, they stole my money, and get the bank to reverse the transfer of capital over to the Voyager app or the Voyager Corporation. That one is something, if you've just deposited money back in the last couple months, right, you should be able to go back in there. Like, I don't know if you actually print your bank statements like I do, but I go through highlighters and kind of like, file stuff away. And I'm thinking, well, Voyager this, Voyager this, Voyager this, Voyager this. Then you go to the bank in person, or what you could do is you could just try to do it over the phone, although I feel like talking to a banker is always much easier. And then you can start the claims process and see if you can get that money back as well. And that way you don't have to really deal with the Voyager. You're just dealing with your bank, who keeps records very well because they do at some points have your interest at heart, right? What's right here? Hey, Mike Bucci. Oh, he was cussing. Okay, thanks for blocking him. Let's see. You have no money. You suck. You're here talking. I don't know shit. Oh no, I'm heartbroken. Let's see. We remember BitConnect was a long time ago. BitConnect. That's what it was. Yeah, I remember because there's still a couple of YouTubers that talk about that quite a bit here. Oh yeah, I was looking at it, but I was in the middle of talking, so I was like, uh-oh. But yeah, it seems like somebody's right now is in here trying to pump up Bitcoin a little bit. You can see how big it looks over here on the right-hand side on the 15-minute chart. But at least we're seeing some positivity here, I guess you would say. Let me go over here to whale trades very fast. There we go. Oh, there actually hasn't been much going on here as far as this page is concerned. You see me. Nope. Nothing since 5 hours. I wonder if their data is getting stale. I've been realizing that they haven't had the best data over the past few, I don't want to say months or two. I might have to look for another Twitter page that actually has more data. Maybe they raised the price of the data or something like that and the guy can't afford it, because I don't know how he manages to monetize all this stuff. Because remember, guys, before it used to be like a whale trade or something like that. But remember, he was pumping up NFTs like really hard for a specific period of time, and I think nobody bought them. So I think he went back to the main Twitter page here, which is pretty interesting. And what's right there? What's right here? Wait for it. You guys are having conversation. That's good. Okay, there we go. Baba. Oh, you guys talking about Baba? Baba's going to be a really good long-term hold, but China needs to open up first. China's just now doing a slow open, guys. Like, I don't know if you guys have been seeing it. Apparently, China's having a crime wave, too. That's pretty interesting. Here, let me go over here to China. China news. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Oh yeah, there was some weird stuff in the news I've seen over the past few days where China is trying to buy, or a company connected to China is trying to buy a lot of land near an Air Force base. That's been kind of in the news lately, but I haven't seen much about China, I guess, besides the crime wave. But there's no good news about it. But yeah, China's coming out of its own lockdowns. They're going to need more energy as that comes along, everybody. So it's going to be a little bit more tricky for energy prices going forward. Hopefully, though, Joe Biden can get the job done, talk over to the Saudi Arabian government, get some more oil pumping in the American economy, or whatever you want to call it, American sector, and then maybe a refinery for Lucky. Oh, so here. And hey, Biden, for China crime wave, that'd be so ironic. They showed some really cool pictures of like the Chinese, I don't know, like state police, something like that, just marching with guns everywhere as a show of force. I don't know exactly what that's going to do, but here, China crime. Is there a picture of it though? Image, time, past week. Oh, okay. I thought I saw like an ABC News or something like that. Maybe I can't find it, but it was just a whole bunch of people with big old guns, like you see in South America, just walking around as a show of force in some really nice uniforms. And hey, Michael, I appreciate the super chat very, very much, man. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. I'd be very, very happy to help you out. And what's right there? Anybody heard of Coinberries? I have no idea what Coinberries are, but if you find out, let me know because they sound interesting. I was just talking to my mom the other day about how much I'm getting excited for blackberry season here in Washington State. Blackberries are the best thing in the whole world, and if you guys don't like blackberries, I don't know what to say. They're just freaking amazing little things. All right, here. Let me get some of this news very fast. I don't have to worry about this one too much. Take a quick peek to see why is there an alien ship over the coinmarketcap.com logo. The only thing really up so far is like Dogecoin the last hour. UST is crashing now after that little bit of a boom we saw earlier. Stacks is coming down a little bit. Yeah, guys, we're at a pretty calm moment in time right now. Not much is going on here. I think right now we're kind of chilling out and we should be okay. Hey, Robert, sounds like Cranberry's God. Oh, man. All right, let me make sure I'm not missing anything right there. All right. Now, make sure you guys vote with the poll question. But 61% of you guys think we're breaking down. 39% of you guys think we're going to be breaking out. We're going to have to see which way this goes. I'm hoping that over the next few days, though, we can at least try to get back above this 20 moving average in the 4-hour chart, or make a move above the daily chart up here and have a nice little bit of a stronger move, if you will. I would really like to see us go back up to at least 25,000 so I can short it back down to like 10,000 or whatever. But we're going to have to wait this one out one day at a time, unfortunately. But 4th of July is coming up as well, everybody. You guys do know the stock market's going to be closed on Monday, but crypto will still be going full force. So I wonder if that's going to have any effect on what's going on here in the marketplace. Let's see. I have mulberry trees in my yard. They are so invasive. Oh, I've never had those in my yard before, but can you eat mulberries? I don't even know what mulberries are. They're not something I think of in Washington. I have a small amount of blackberry bushes that I don't really like. They're kind of in the yard. I have a cherry tree and I have an apple tree. Then the rest of my trees are just like really big ones. But the apples are pretty good. I make apple pie once a year with the apples. Blackcurrant trees. Ooh, you guys have, what do you call? Different coin berries? Huh. Sour but healthy? Hey, if they're healthy, I might as well try some out too. Here, let me see. Coin berries here. I didn't type in berries the right way. That's okay. Oh, Coinberry. Buy and sell crypto with confidence. It seems like it said something about Canada before I hopped on here, though. The best platform to buy Bitcoin and crypto in Canada. Province, Ontario. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. I did not know much about them. The website looks fantastic so far. Coins, buy Bitcoin. Oh, so what coins can you buy? Let's see. Okay, they got a nice list of coins right here. They got a nice list of coins. So they're very, very picky about the coins they allow, and I'm pretty sure that's just because Canada has more regulations around the crypto markets than us in America do. Obviously, um, pricing. So what would the pricing be? Oh, this is a whole different type of thing here. This is a whole different. My mind. This is not. This is like I don't know. This is weird. See. Oh, they don't charge you any fees to put money or pull money out. That's nice. You guys know that Coinbase charges a bunch of money to pull your money out of your accounts. Pricing. Let's see our fees and spreads. We do not charge. Oh, deposit withdrawal fees. No hidden charges. Let's see. So I think at most you're going to be paying 2.5% for the right to buy crypto on their app. I mean that's not terrible. It's not terrible. Um, As a high volume customer, we buy crypto at discounted rates from our network of liquidity providers and resell it at listed prices. We then take an advantage of the difference in the prices or the spread. That's how we make money on individual transactions. I mean, at least they kind of upfront tell you about it. So you're probably going to be paying about 2.5% premium on any trade there. But at least that's if you're just paying that much, it's not going to kill you in the end. Just make sure you're not doing too much trading, as you will eventually start to realize that you are draining your account for fees if you're not making sizable profits. If you guys are trying to do day trading and stuff like that. Company, yeah, it seems like a very very simple website here. I'm guessing they're going to get much better over time. I'm looking at here. Minimum funding, $100. No minimum. Maximum funding is 10,000. Wire transfer 10,000. Maximum 500,000 to the businesses. Yeah. Okay. Well, it seems like they're fine. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about them personally, so I haven't really even tried them out. But it looks like it's a Canadian product, not an American product. But yeah, I would look up some reviews on YouTube if you have them. I might be able to reach out to them and see what they say. I'm always happy to talk to new exchanges out there, and especially one that's kind of more. It looks like it's more well regulated because it only has a limited amount of coins. I think it'd be fine to try to test them out. Maybe they even have a nice app that you can use as well. And hey, James, God, I pray Bitcoin crashes for a little bit longer so I can get my payday first. What do you call it? Give it some time. I'm sure Bitcoin's going to fall way lower than where we currently are. It just depends on if that Nasdaq can have that nice little bounce there. Then we can make a big move up, and and then I might short that down, and then from there, you might have the opportunity to buy Bitcoin anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. If this was the bottom, that'd be a crazy thing. But we've seen some crazy things happen. Let's see. Any thought about Pax Gold Bitcoin? I don't trade it personally. I don't own any of it personally. It just sounds weird. That's the only reason I don't trade it. There's nothing about the technology. There's nothing about the utility. It just has a weird name, and I don't like it. I know a few friends of mine actually have like maybe a few $100 in it. I wouldn't be investing large sums of money myself. If anything, I'd probably just toss $100 to see what it does. But I've never been too interested in the project or what they're trying to do personally. Did anyone else get an email from Coinbase earlier saying Ethereum was trading at like €6? I jumped onto it ready to buy loads and just find it at 800 plus. It was probably a glitch, probably a typo by the guy, or they put the typo in there intentionally to make you rush over to the app and maybe you would actually do a transaction there by making them more money. They might have done that just by accident there. Coinberry is not Coinberry. Nope, I have no idea what the regular Coinberries is. Then I just saw the Canadian change. I have no idea what the other one might be. Let's see. Coinberries. So there's Coinberry and there's Coinberries. My gosh, can't they people think of a better name? Beyond investment? I don't know. I've never dealt with them before at all. You might have to contact their email, but I don't know. I've never heard of this website before. Has a number, has like a little thing, menu. Watch here. News. No news. Do I? Sorry, recent past year. I don't have any news about Coinberries. Everything about this is Coinberry, so you might have to contact support or see if you can get your money back from maybe a bank or something like that. So maybe that might help you out. And hey, Maximilian, what are we drinking? Nothing right now. I drank some wine last night. I finished off the bottle, then I made tea. I made tea inside the wine bottle. It was pretty good. Now I'm just drinking the rest of the tea here. I think next Friday or sometime this week, I'll get some booze or something like that for us to drink. I got some whiskey, I guess, but I've been really drinking wine. Oh god, I forgot I have wine in my car. I have like 18 bottles of wine in the back of my trunk right now that I need to pull out. And I need to set them up on my wall, my little cabinets to make them all look nice. But I have a lot of wine I'm going to be needing to drink over the next few days. The place I go to is a place called Tacoma Wine Merchants, and they just moved. They just opened up another shop. Actually, they didn't move. They opened up another shop in an old Starbucks. So it's like really cool inside the new wine shop, and I love the people that run it. But yeah, lots and lots of wine. But right now it's tea, and since all of my filters or stuff were in the dishwasher earlier, like there's this flat out tea leaves in this thing. If you guys can see it. Oh, this is a nice camera. I always forget. Yeah, you guys can see the leaves kind of swirling over there. It's a lemon mate. So it's like a lemon. I put a splash of mint in it. Lemon and yeah, just lemon mate, I think that is. Yeah, it tastes like lemons. It's really nice, subtle, beautiful tea. I will be drinking wine later on tonight, though. You have my word on that one. Oh, it's right here. Hey, Ghost, it sounds like World War III over here with the fireworks. It does sound pretty bad over here with the fireworks as well. We have a lot of the mortars going off, but luckily it's not too loud because Loki's still sleeping. Loki's like right now on the floor. Yeah, no worries, Robert. Yeah, I haven't found anything else about it. I wouldn't put any more money in it, and I would see if you can go to your bank, especially if it happened last 60 days or something. You can just say you didn't do it. You didn't give them their money, and you just saw this weird transfer go through. Maybe you might be able to maybe you might be able to do something with that. Hmm. And hey, James. Yes, I still hold the yeah, the BTTC now. I still hold it. Big bag on my part. Big bag. I've still been buying up a little bit, but still holding all of it for the long term. Only thing I've really been doing with BitTorrent over the past like 4 months now is it pops every now and again. I saw the pop and I just accumulate more BitTorrent when it falls back down. So I've been lucky enough not to have to keep on averaging down. I've just been kind of selling high, buying low for more coins, and it's been working out pretty well. But still holding. I guess I would say yeah, still holding it. I haven't looked at it much. I hate looking at the charts now because since they updated it to the new BTTC, all the charts started fresh because they reset all the information about the coin here. Oh, I shouldn't have swirled it. I got tea leaves in my mouth. Swirled my head instead. There you go. Uh, I've been drinking loads of ginseng and ginger tea lately. Oh, it's great. I love ginger tea. I get the ginger tea, and my ginger tea actually comes with it comes with cayenne pepper inside of it, so it's like a spicy tea. But anytime I've had a cold or allergies, like a few sips of that tea, everything is cleared up just fine. And hey, David, thank you very much for subscribing, man. I really do appreciate it. What's right here? If and it's postponed to December 2022. Oh, all right. Perfect tea for me. Get the cayenne pepper one. I don't know what's in it, but it's really, really good. And there you go. Now Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a dip, guys. It looks like we're not trying to hold too well. Right now, guys, if you guys are paying attention to Bitcoin, you guys want to see us hold a level. The level you want to see us hold right now is going to be the 18,975 level. That's going to be key for us going forward here. If we start breaking down below that, then you have a lot more issues as we approach the trend line down here. There we go. All right. 5 billion tectonic was 5,500 2 months ago. Now at 0.0001 will pay off in a bull market. Thank me later. Tectonic is at bottom. What do you call? I don't know about that, but if you want to check it out, by all means, go for it. I'm always iffy when people promote coins on the stream, though, so just be careful with that, right? Let's see. Still trying to hold that 19,150 to 19,200. We don't need to worry about that anymore. See if Elon's had any more tweets. Nope, no more tweets from Elon here. No more tweets. There you go. And hey, Sleek, I need something to lose fat water. What do you call it? I would recommend tea. Tea is awesome. And you know what? Tea does not have all the acidity that coffee does. So it's like caffeine without the acidity that messes up your stomach. Then if you eat like an Asian diet, I'm on the rice and chicken, rice and duck diet. You lose weight pretty fast. Well, okay, I'm losing weight at like 2 to 3 pounds a week, but I consider that to be fast according to what my doctor says. So faster, right? And then also walking out a lot outside with Loki. But I have the luxury of just like, doing stuff when I want to do it, not having to sit down in the cubicle all day. Heck, that's why I invested in this standing desk. Like here. This thing goes really high, and I can see my computers. Yeah, love this thing. Although it does hurt my feet every now and again because I'm wearing boots right now. And the problem with it is what do you call it? Like, I look like I can move all my monitors like this. Um, but when I want to sit down because I'm tired, if I sit down, the camera doesn't follow me. So I have to stand up for at least for the next 30 minutes, or at least until I end the stream here, which will probably be pretty soon. There we go. I gained some weight from this stupid bear market. What do you call? Would not be what do you call it? Not be surprised there. Everybody's been just sitting on the butt for the last few days, trying to hope that Bitcoin can, or last few months, hoping that Bitcoin can make a move here. And there we go. Yeah, we got Bitcoin coming down here as well, guys. Jeez, we're not looking too strong. Let me add this level of support right here too. So let me add this right there. And this is, oh, it's a nice even number right there, a nice round number. 18975. There we go. Okay. So that way you guys can see if we actually do run into the old support level there. If we bounce off it, awesome. If we don't, we're probably breaking down, or at least testing out the support levels there. Let's see. What's right here? Okay, there we go. All right. But does anybody have any more questions? Any more questions whatsoever? I'd be happy to answer them as long as they're pretty simple here. I'm going to go upstairs. I got to make some duck tonight. I got to make some chicken tonight for meal prep for next week. And I'm making some chicken hearts. I think it was chicken hearts or chicken liver. One of the two. It's going to be pretty fun here. Oh, there we go. I know there's like a 15, 20-second lag or something like this in the chat, so I'm waiting for you guys. There we go. And hey, James, I got burned really bad buying Doge, LOL, so now nothing in the crypto markets can phase me. I feel like you're not the only one who has that that problem, James. I think over the next few over the next few months, as things get worse or better, whatever it turns out to be, at least you'll be able to continue buying where a lot of people still haven't even started to buy, and a lot of people probably won't buy until the next altcoin season starts, so they're going to miss all the nice lower prices right down at these levels, because the next bull market, guys, we can expect Bitcoin to probably hit around $100,000, maybe $150,000 if we're really lucky there with all the institutional investments coming in. The people that aren't buying Bitcoin, 25,000, 20,000, if we can get 10,000, 5,000, I mean like 8,000, whatever, they're going to be looking back at themselves like, wow, I had a lot of money. I had an opportunity to buy Bitcoin at 20,000, and now it's at $150,000, $100,000, and now I'm just sitting over here with like egg on my face or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. And hey, Bideford, have a wonderful rest of your night as well. What time it is over there? Right now, it's 7:36 p.m. Pacific time. That's what time it is over here for me right now. But okay, everybody. I will see you guys probably this weekend. If nothing crazy goes on this weekend, you guys will see me Monday at 6 p.m. I have a feeling that this weekend is going to be a little more volatile, and maybe even tonight's going to be a little more volatile. So if the market does crash later on tonight, I will be live. If the market crashes or pops on Saturday or Sunday, I will also be live no matter what time of day it is, as long as I'm actually at my house, okay? So I'll see you probably sometime this weekend. Hopefully the market goes up and to the down, so I will most likely just see you on Monday afternoon at 6 p.m., okay? Have a great, great rest of your night. And if you guys are out here in the USA, have a great, great